Hey, this is Earl of FrunkPuppy. Welcome to the very first FrunkPuppy podcast. Thanks everybody for making it. I just wanted to do a brief intro into what FrunkPuppy is if anybody's not familiar. All it is putting dogs in frunks of cars. I'll attach a little video of my daughters demonstrating, people taking pictures. And cats. Where's Mojo?
Parrots.
I have a FrunkPuppy here, champion down here.
There you go. If you could just pull your car into that room,
right?
You could demonstrate.
Summon it in.
Yeah. So that's all it is, putting pets in frunks and taking pictures, posting them online with FrunkPuppyFriday, and then we vote on them. So what people don't know behind the scenes is there's a bunch of people, and some of them here today, that kind of donate their time to look for pictures, and then we take them all and vote on them for the top 4 that goes on to Twitter, which is a pretty difficult job. So just thank you to all of you for what you do behind the scenes, and it really would not happen without you. I wanted to also, the theme of the Tesla community right now is everybody being toxic and arguing. And of course we all do that here behind the scenes in the board, but I was hoping to keep this upbeat and to extend an olive branch and to sincerely apologize to anyone who I've offended back in 2018. So if you're going through tweets from 2018 to smear people, don't worry about it. It's not you. I'm sorry. I'll get to 2019 maybe later in another episode, but let's keep this positive. But if you guys could just go around and maybe introduce yourselves, talk about how you found out about the FrunkPuppy board and what the experience has been like. Let's see. Let's start with Nikhil. Go ahead, man.
Hello everyone, I'm Nikhil Chaudhary from India, and I'm an undergraduate student at University of Delhi. I also happens to be the part of Tesla Club India, and I'm with Earl since at the end of 2018. We met and I did some editing of my photos, and then we became in contact. So that's how we are in contact, and I do pick collect. We mainly do voting at here, and Sunil connects. So that's it.
All right, and I have to say you really put in a ton of work on the board over the years, and it's been really awesome to get to meet you.
Nikhil's the workhorse.
Who else? He really is.
Thanks.
Yep. Let's see. How about you, John? Nice background.
Thanks. I worked hard on it. Yeah, so I'm John, and I found out about FrunkPuppy just kind of searching through Twitter one day, and I thought, you know what, I can probably get my dog in the frunk. And so I tried it, and it worked out all right. And he tied for the win, and Earl gave me a lot of razzing about that for a really long time, but he hasn't razzed me about that for a while. So yeah, and
just to be clear, that happened in 2018, and I still bring it up.
yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, okay.
Yeah. You haven't brought it up in a while, so I shouldn't have reminded you. But yeah, that's me.
Thanks, John. How about you, Sunil? Good morning for me.
Good morning, Earl. I'm Sunil. I'm in San Diego. Pretty much, let's see. We got someone joining. Yeah, so I go by Tesla_unplugged. I joined the board probably like 2018. And I don't have any pets. I just kind of like pets, and I just started retweeting stuff, and Earl asked me to join the board, and John and I helped Nikhil to collect pictures, and it's been fun.
Yeah, thanks, man. You've been around the board for a long time, like since right in the beginning.
Yeah.
I also got to meet you in person.
Yeah, that was kind of fun during the Cybertruck reveal.
Yeah, that was great. Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
She broke the sausage fest.
I know you ruined my joke about college parties. It's good. It's all men here. But anyway, we're just catching up and going around and introducing ourselves. Do you want to just talk about how you found out about the FrunkPuppy board, and can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble. Hang on. Is that better? I think can you just speak? Sorry for a second.
Yep, I hear you.
Oh, thank you. That's way better. Just have to tell everybody in my house to be quiet. How did I find out about FrunkPuppy? I think I found a picture of yours or something on Twitter at some stage, and driving a Tesla and being involved with Tesla from a family point of view. Yeah, that was something that I sought out when I was on Twitter. So yeah, that's basically it.
All right, and your dog is a champion just recently.
Can you go in, please? Yes, Wallace is growing very quickly. So we're going to do a FrunkPuppy picture soon. So stand by. It's going to be super exciting.
Awesome.
Wallace the Groodle.
Here he is.
Oh my God.
Super cheeky. He's growing up so much, so quickly. Aren't you, buddy? Yes.
Oh, Wallace is so cute. Oh my gosh.
He's keeping us all very busy. What we say in our house, and I'm not sure whether it's allowed, but anyway, I'm going to say it. He's the shit that keeps he's the everything that keeps our shit together in our house at the moment. So while we're all stuck in the house together.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. It makes me jealous. I wish I had Norman here with me.
I know.
At least temporarily.
Yeah, well, I mean, we went a year and a half without having a dog, and it's like I can't imagine not having a dog. Now after having him back again, having a dog again. So yeah, it's all good. It's
yeah.
We wouldn't give him up for the world now, even after only a month, 6 weeks.
Nice. Well, thank you, Lisa. How about you, Mother Frunker? You're speaking of champions. You've had your share of victories through FrunkPuppy.
So I got my Tesla in 2018 and didn't really get involved in the community till about 6 months later. Then I got on Twitter, and if you search Tesla, the main reason I got on Twitter is to follow Elon Musk. And then when you start searching Tesla to find people to follow, Earl comes up with all sorts of good content. So I started following him. Then I realized FrunkPuppy was a thing. So I kind of set out a mission to win at least once. And I remember the first entry I made was it was a Halloween one. So I dressed up my dogs in the Frunk with Halloween costumes, both of them, and I made it to the finals. And I was upset because I didn't actually win. So top 4 isn't good enough. Then I got like 30 or 40 stuffed dogs, and I put that in the front with my dog. And I
remember that one.
Yeah. Then I tried one with my parrots, which was recently in the top 4. I had one with a jumbo spider on my roof. So I don't know. I always try like really obscure and fun FrunkPuppy photos. And yeah, it's just like a lot of fun. I see it as like a really cool contest that's you can do a lot of really creative things with, right? So kind of get my creative juices flowing, and always try to enter with something that's like different and original, right?
Yeah, your photos have always been next level. I really appreciate it. I still remember the one with the spider.
Yeah. Oh, the big Super Mario. I have that one as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that Mario is actually like a extremely rare collector's piece for game collectors. So it's
really?
It's considered in the top 10 most rarest items you can have as a game collector. So I thought it was like a fun idea to post that for May 10th, which is Mario Day. So anyway.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for creating FrunkPuppy. It's really cool.
Oh, thanks. And DJ, I also got to meet you in person at the FrunkPuppy event, which a lot of people don't know about, but I had a little get together, and no kidding, 28 Teslas showed up, and you can verify that, right? That really did happen. And CNBC was there and did some recording. And I remember at one point you were talking to them for so long, somebody came up to me and asked if you were okay and if they were asking you some curveball questions. And I said, no, he just likes to talk. It's fine. And but anyway, it was a really fun day. It was really nice to meet you. And anyway, so how'd you find out about the Frunk Puppy and the board? And
So finding out about FrunkPuppy, I think I found out the same way kind of everyone finds out, is that one of your many millions of tweets found their way into my timeline because somebody retweeted it. So yeah, I immediately set about trying to win. And I figure my little dachshund, who's I've been trying to call in here and she's ignoring me, part cat. She's catting very well right now. I was like, oh yeah, she's adorable. She should win with no problem. Nope, that didn't happen. So I was like, all right, well, I'll get both of my dogs in there, and that didn't work. So it took adding a cat along with the two dogs to actually get my first win, and I had to eat that one out because I remember like watching it minute by minute with just I was tied with whoever was like second place. Like we were just right there, and finally I eat.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine tying? That would be the worst thing that ever happened.
You won't hear the end of it.
But
I
at
can't
one point,
think of worse things.
John's speechless.
He's so happy to be here.
but at one point you put out a tweet that said, hey, if anyone wants to talk about dogs on a weekly basis and would like to come join the Frunk Puppy board, I'm looking for some more people. And so I was like, hey, I'll jump in there, and the rest is history. It's been more than a year. I can't remember how long though.
Yeah, one thing people don't realize about Frunk Puppy, unless you go out and do it, is that it's a heck of a lot harder than it looks to get your dog in there. And cats are another level. And
I was gonna say,
to
especially
get dogs
cats.
and cats, forget it. It's really difficult, and people don't believe that until you go out and try it. But it's not easy. Some of the pictures are incredible, and the quality of them, and the way the pets are looking. And I know people like to critique them when we have the top 4, but some people don't really understand that it's a bit of a challenge.
Well, the winning picture that I had became a meme because my cat was very unhappy to be in that frunk, and the look on his face was, I'm tolerating that you're doing this to me, human, but I'm going to scratch you in your sleep.
Right.
It is really hard. So I actually have 2 dogs, but I only ever put one in photos because one stays in the front fine and I can take good photos of them. The other one just jumps out instantly. So
yeah,
it is really hard to take photos, like you said, and that's why most people might think I only have one dog. I actually have 2.
Yeah, interestingly, Wilson is really compliant. You can stick him in the frunk, no problem, and he'll just sit there. But Norman has been the one who I have the most pictures with, and he's a challenge. I mean, I have videos of him diving out of the frunk and running off, and that's pretty much how it goes. You get like a second to get a picture before he's gone. But anyway. Thanks everybody. So I'd like to move on, and if possible, Nikhil, do you have the winning picture from last week?
Yes, I have. Wait a second. I will pull up it.
All right. So it's Tesla Mom USA has this pick, and we could bring that up. And I'm gonna actually reach out to the winner and see if they want to do a little tiny video blurb, and I'll stick it in here. And if not, I won't. But also, if they do, I might not be able to do that because I'm very bad at that stuff. But I'll try.
You can throw it at me if you want. I can do that. I have just a small bit of experience with video.
You have disabled the screen sharing for me.
Oh, okay. I wonder how I do that. Hold on.
I took care of it, Earl. Nikhil, you should be able to share now.
Yeah, here is it, the winner.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, some of them you see and you just know that that's going to be tough to beat. And if you can put more than one puppy in the front, it helps. Way to go. I love it though.
Wasn't there a doxy that kind of had the arm over the front a little bit,
yes,
like looking all cool? That was tough competition, but yeah, multiple adorable dogs, tough to beat.
Yeah, and that pick with the Doxy, I think, was Tesla Raj, and
It was,
yeah, he had posted that because the dog had passed away.
That's right.
And yeah, so
Cinnamon. I forgot about that.
That's just a wonderful pick. It's a wonderful pick. But anyway, thanks. So like I said, I'll try to get a comment from the winner there. I'm hoping to do that. If there's anything I can get out of this podcast is to at least get a little more airtime for some of the people who make picks each week, and then also the winner. But is that? Oh, there we go.
You want to be
Cool.
hearing from me all the time?
I get the feeling that Wallace could win most weeks.
Yeah.
Well, not right now. He's asleep on the floor. But yeah, I reckon if we do a stage one, 13 weeks, here's Polly, or 14 weeks. Yeah, it should be funny.
Yeah. One thing people don't see behind the scenes too is that, some weeks we get a lot of pictures and some weeks we get a lot of really good pictures, and the voting is so close, and people have trouble just voting on the top 4, but they don't see behind the scenes people voting on, 10, 12, 15 puppies, some of them amazing pictures that don't make the top 4. And it's pretty
really
tough.
hard. Yeah.
So I'm hoping at least with this podcast, we could at least show everybody who's done, as many as we can, and at least give people a little shout out. So.
And there are even ties in the board voting.
Yes. Yeah. And then we got to break ties, which you break a lot of those ties, right?
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. That's hard and really hard. It's a lot.
What's your system for that? How do you break ties?
Whichever I like the most.
It's not.
I think we're having controversy here in the
based on the owner, and that the owner has already entered a previous top 4 or not. If not, then I will give preference to that.
Yeah, that's true. You're pretty hard on repeat people, especially if you always say that if the pose looks too familiar, or if they just won in the past week, you kind of you don't like those. Is that right?
Yep, kind of.
Yep.
Giving opportunity to the new. Yeah.
I'd be careful. I think we're going to get an article, Frunk Puppy board under scrutiny after rigged photo.
Right, man, I like it.
Seems like an electric piece.
People think it really is rigged sometimes, though. I see that online. People think it's rigged, or he picks certain ones, and I don't think they realize that it is kind of a democracy. There is a vote.
Do you want to talk about how things run in the background? So basically, like, people submit photos, it's collected. Then we actually have 2 chats. One's a discussion chat, which is rather interesting. Let's just say that. And then, one's a voting chat, so just for strictly voting, which doesn't always
allegedly.
suit. Yeah, allegedly. I've spent way too long trying to make the titles so people understand that it's only voting, but it never happens that way. So I kind of gave up.
I did too.
And basically we're sent a form where we're given like 10 to 15, 20 dogs or whatever, and we have to, or not just dogs, just pets in general, and we have to vote on them. So the whole process is actually pretty fair. And like they're saying, it's actually pretty tough on certain weeks. Like, I scroll through and I'm like, I don't even know which of the 4 I'm going to pick, right? So
Yeah.
And
Nikhil,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Nikhil's like the police officer in the voting chat, and
I'm the boss.
if anybody talks, and yes, he's the boss. And then he took a little break from Frunk Puppy because it's rude. He had like a real life, and then there were no rules in the voting chat. Everybody was just chatting in there, and it all fell to pieces immediately.
They're
Then I
free for all.
have to come back.
Yeah, so
All right.
so on Sundays that's where we usually collect all the pictures. So John, Nikhil, and I will have a discussion on the side, just saying like all the pictures, making sure there's no repeats, and then that's where we put into a Google Drive, and then Nikhil will like create that form for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's a tough job too, because you got to have a mind like a steel trap to. Because we were talking about this the other day. Sometimes I wouldn't even recognize if my own dog was in there again, because we see so many pictures over the course of the year.
Yeah, and I used to remember them in the beginning because there weren't a lot, but there's, I don't know, Nikhil counted them the one time, and that was over a year ago, and there were 500 plus. So there must be thousands at this point, and to remember which one was new and who was in it, like I just have no idea anymore. So every once in a while I'll get a tweet like that, like, why didn't my dog make the cut? And they have the picture, and I don't remember it at all. So. But Nikhil often does.
Do you guys have all the photos saved from the start?
Yes.
I have a ton of them personally, and then there's the drive with I don't know how many are in there.
Lots.
It's a lot. Hard to count.
Hard to count. Okay. Gotta set up like a FrunkPuppy, like a running list of all the winners that are easy to find.
Yeah, I would like that. I have goals, but again, I'm not technically savvy, but I would love to have the winner on the FrunkPuppy site, and I would also love to have voting on the FrunkPuppy site so people could actually see like a large, good quality picture come up rather than that top 4 blurb, because Twitter really limits that. And there's some pictures that are truly nice pictures, like the quality of the picture is really good, but it goes through the filter and then it's just kind of washed out and people don't pay attention to it. But I'd like to fix that someday, but that's one of my goals down the road. I should also mention that this is a fraction of the board. There's so many other people who are currently on the board that are not here right now. I'm hoping they can be here in future episodes. But then also people who have dropped in and out over the years, just have given some time and moved on. And it's a whole thing behind the scenes.
So, should I bring up this week's pick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Nice Tesla.
Thanks. Not mine.
That's
this is
adorable.
Blue Line. Yep.
Little dog smiling. Who's that from?
Blue Lion Model 3 Instagram.
Oh, very nice. Excellent. Nice lighting. Anybody have any comments on that little pup?
That cowcumber.
Excellent.
Got a cat entry this week.
Yep, another cat entry.
This season when we need her to be here.
I know.
Kitty. That's the Frunk kitty.
We'll get her here next week.
Yes, make sure you will have to.
That's pretty good. And that cat's face, that's pretty, you recognize that kind of face, right, DJ?
That's pretty much the same face that I saw from Cracker.
It's just plotting. It's like, yep, okay.
Although I did have a failed entry for Cracker that he actually looked reasonably happy, and it's actually one of my desktop photos backgrounds because it was actually such a good picture.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have John.
Is that John's dog?
Yes.
It is John.
Yeah, that's Jackson.
Yeah.
That's a
I
great picture.
Today's
I love
the
Jackson's face so much.
today's the 2-year anniversary of when we got the car, so I figured it was valid to put him back in the frunk, and he's gained 30 pounds since the first
I was gonna say,
submission.
how big is Jackson?
He's healthy.
Big bone.
That's a full
that
front
look
right
on his face
there.
is just amazing.
It's so great.
So these are for the ones that are upcoming, right?
Yes, these will be in the vote.
Okay, so
This
hopefully this
Friday.
one makes it to the top 4, and then we can get a tie again, just for John.
I know, if we can orchestrate a tie.
Yeah, I'll start tweeting it out. I'll start the campaign. We got to get this podcast out before the vote goes out live, so people who watch it will know that we're trying to go for the tie.
I'll try to, yeah.
Yeah, just for John.
Why do you hate me?
It's a great pick, though. Oh, that's really good.
Yep.
I always love the scruffy looking dogs.
That's a better picture. I think of the same dog there. I like that one better.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That's good. That's up to Nikhil, though.
What sort of dog do you reckon that is?
What's
Do you
that?
think it's
What's that?
What sort of dog do you reckon it is?
I feel like I
Little cross.
chatted with this owner and they told me. I don't remember now.
Oh, okay. You should know. Just kidding.
I am like such a dog person, but I'm not the dog breed person at all.
Yeah,
Like, I know
look
what my
at it
dog
now.
is.
After getting a puppy and a new, like, you know, a mixed breed, I always look at them and go, oh, it's got to be, you know, is it an Aussie poodle cross or something like that? I don't know.
Mhm.
Something like that, I think. I don't know. Or
Yeah.
maybe Maltese or something. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Yeah.
That's not so good quality.
It does appear to be in a Tesla showroom.
It sort of does, yeah.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
think I'm not sure.
That's one way to get a dog in your frunk.
Is oh, there's
I mean-
a person there? I didn't even see them.
Yeah, you're not seeing
Thought
the
it was
world.
the Earth. That's awesome.
He
That's a
doesn't
good
show his
pick.
face on
That's a
Twitter.
good pick.
So.
Yep. Yep.
Same owner.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good. I always admire the people who leave their charger in the front. Like, I don't know. It's
Can't
very
leave mine
common.
there. I need it.
That's third.
Oh, there you go. See, it took a few, but they got it.
Encouragement.
Yeah.
I will put this one.
You know, zooming in on that dog's face would be pretty funny. It looks very, it's a little crackerish.
It is.
It's like, okay, we done? You should
think
put
Like, I'm
that-
going to jump out of this car.
It's a
And then
Havanese.
Retreat.
It's a Havanese, and they have that distinct, like, I'm not going to be in this space. You know? I had that problem with Jack a lot.
Again, though,
I might edit that
not a
photo and
cat.
put an earth on top of it.
Maybe
so you
that's
don't
what we
have to
need
worry
to
about
do.
him murdering you in your sleep.
Yeah,
You
that's
should
true.
take, we should take one of the runners up each week that doesn't make it to the final 4 and have like a caption this on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
See,
That
like
would
this
be
would be a
good.
good photo for that.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Or this
That's
one.
the
So this
last.
is this is a good point. So Frunk Puppy, not only, it does not need to be a Tesla, which people don't know, but the dog also doesn't need to be in the frunk. It's not, and we've had lots of winners that were not in the frunk.
Yes.
And this is a good example of that. That is a great picture. And it's very funny.
But it
And the
does
dog
have
is
to be a
wearing
real
sunglasses.
dog.
There
Well,
are purists
yeah.
among us that
There
will
are
not vote if they're
purists.
not in the front.
That, yes, there's purists that won't vote unless they're in the frunk, and there's certain people that won't even show you the picture if it's not a real dog.
Yeah,
Nikhil, do you want to speak to that?
yeah.
Yeah, I would like to. So that was the pick for this week's.
Awesome. Well, great
Yeah.
choices this week, as always.
Yeah. So I do not endorse the fake picks. Like
He
the
really
ID ticket was-
doesn't.
Yeah, I don't. Sunil had them, and
I had
ID
one.
tickets.
Yes. What was it? Was it Captain America?
I had lots. One was like a couple like AR background with Captain America with pets, and then my original one I had 4 husky puppies in the front. It was virtualized, but people didn't realize it was like fake. And that's when everyone started retweeting that, and then finally Nico was like, "Nope, not going in the boat."
I tried the same thing with the Tesla diecast. With all those front puppies with the diecast, and nope, never made it through. So
I remember that.
Ruins my fun.
There was one this week with a Cybertruck with like a cyber dog in it. That was great. That, you know, obviously never won't see the light of day.
I don't think I saw a tag with that.
Oh, it's pretty great.
Yeah, just scroll through Earl's Twitter feed, you'll find it.
Yeah, it's real easy. It's just a couple photos. That's no problem at all. Yeah, I'm always amazed if I'm looking for something on somebody else's account. It's not that bad. Like I can find it pretty easily, but not my own mess. It's just so much garbage.
Imagine trying to go back 2 years to find your stuff. That's when it gets hectic.
I can't imagine. It's like 80,000 tweets later. Where was that? I'm still mad about it. Probably took 6 months. Oh, there's a puppy.
There, Cookie has joined.
Hey, Cookie.
Former FrunkPuppy champion. So you've seen 2 of the 3. Unfortunately, the third one's no longer with us. Rip Peanut.
Yeah. Peanut was a FrunkPuppy star, that's for sure.
Out of interest, has everyone on the board had a photo that's won FrunkPuppy?
I haven't.
I haven't even been in the entry.
That's the spirit.
Okay, so think about it this way: you have
It's tough to be in if you don't have a dog or a cat.
So did you have one with your friends with the bulldog? Is it bulldog or something?
Marge's
Yeah. But you were in the dark, so it was a bit hard to get a good shot.
I kind of blended with the background, which is complete darkness.
Yeah.
You can do what Wade did. So when Wade was doing his cross North America tour,
we all agreed we wouldn't talk about Wade, but go on.
Oh, really?
That's fine. I'll just probably trash you on Twitter later.
I don't even know the whole thing now. What happened with Wade?
No, I always give Wade a hard time.
Yeah, Wade's a cool guy though. Anyway, Wade was
fine.
in Toronto, and he's like, I don't have a dog, but I want to enter FrunkPuppy. So the photo that he took with his cardboard Elon Musk that he ended up winning was with my dog. So just for anyone who doesn't have a dog who has a Tesla, just go to one of your friends' houses and steal their dog.
Steal a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We've had quite a few winners that don't have a pet. They have one or the other, right?
Yeah.
I always wanted to make like a really terrible app, which was to match up Tesla owners and pet owners, so that they could meet up and either murder each other or take a FrunkPuppy pic.
That seems like a liability.
Yeah.
It's like Tinder. It's like Tinder for FrunkPuppy.
Right. It's swipe right for like the dog you like.
There's actually an app like that where you can swipe to meet other dog owners. So it does
really?
exist. Yeah.
I wonder how that works out.
Okay, so I'm going to share the app. I talked to Earl about it earlier this morning, or yesterday, I guess, for him. So here's my app idea, and all dog people here can tell me how stupid this is. Basically, when you, like, I walk my dog, and they stop to pee like 1,000 times, right? So if any of you guys played, like, any AR game, anywhere where you go, there's, like, digital markings everywhere you go, but you just don't know it. So why not take that concept and bring it into dogs? So everywhere where my dog marks a territory, I can like snap a photo, send it to the app. The app will verify the dog has peed there and it owns the territory now. And then as me, the player, I can see that my dogs own this territory for X amount of time. So if
Yeah.
another dog comes walking around and steals my dog's territory, it's like, okay, I gotta go walk my dog again so you can take back its territory. So it's like a dog marking territory app. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I can only see the GIF of the girl walking up to the dog, patting it while it's pooping. And like I feel like that would be every submission to that app.
Well, I don't know if you'd store the pictures. It's just for verification, right? That the dog has peed there. But like, think about the possibilities. Like, if I'm walking my dog and I meet another owner, then we can like team up and we can go on like quest together or something. I don't know.
I think that's so stupid. I love it. It's so
Pokemon Go for dog owners.
like, you know,
come on,
people
Cookie, you need to
really
drink a
get
lot
into
before we
stuff.
go out for your walk.
Right. Like, you would think it's dumb until you do it, and then you see your dog's turf, and you're like, okay, right?
Yeah.
To be clear, you did say turf, not turd, right?
Yeah, well, think about it. You can actually see like how much area he's controlling and how much he has controlled, and for how long he's held it, how long he's held certain areas of. Totally.
Kind of
I don't
remind
know.
me of Foursquare when you become a mayor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
so
are
I shared it with one of my other friends, and he said that's what it is. He goes, it's like Foursquare for dog, for dogs. Yeah, basically. So.
yeah. These are the kind of people that join the board.
These
That would be
ideas
a
are
good
not
way
even
to-
the worst.
Right. You know, you could find out like which dog pooped in your yard via that app. Like, well,
Ooh,
I
yeah.
see at 5:30 a.m. actually you passed through here. And curiously, you know,
Folks, this
Could
is
track
a
people.
peek into the type of chat that is in the private chat for the board right here, ladies and gentlemen.
most of
Yeah,
it would have to be censored. I'm trying to keep this family oriented so people can look at the dog pics.
Like when we have the call for John.
Yep. Yep.
Where is the podcast being posted out of curiosity?
I'm gonna put it on the Frunk Puppy YouTube channel.
Okay.
Well,
So
I think I'm gonna put it on the Frunk Puppy YouTube channel. What'll happen is we'll hang up and I'll struggle with it for a while. I'll probably cry. I'll probably reach out to some of you, and hopefully it gets somewhere.
okay. So
And
for anyone who's watching, if you have questions for board members or FrunkPuppy in general, make sure to leave them so we can answer them for future episodes if you guys enjoy it, right?
it will most probably me answering them.
You'll know it. No, I want it to be anonymous, like the Third Row podcast, where you're not quite sure who's answering questions,
Jeez.
but it'll be somebody being really militant about real pets and frunks, and it'll be like a mystery. Who was that?
Instead of interns, we just have pets typing on keyboards and just bring up characters.
I love that idea. Yeah, we could have, ask your questions to Wallace, and then he can mash the keyboard.
You would love that. You may chew it as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, this is great. Like I said, I wanted to review the picks, introduce everybody. I hope to do this every week, kind of briefly. My goal is to keep it pretty short, but I wanted to, spend some time introducing people and everything. So, I don't know. Anybody else have anything else? All right. Thanks everybody for showing up, and hopefully I'll see you next week.